Welcome back to the RWC Fundamental Series, guys. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the Dang Geuk. So we're going to talk about the ascending kick. So the ascending kick, unlike other systems, is a lot shorter range of attack. It's also, the elevation is not going to be as high, let's say, as any kind of head kick or anything like that. Wing Chun is all about economy of motion, and in its view as a system, a high kick is not as efficient, particularly for the range of operation, right? That Wing Chun is so successful in being used in. So the way that we do it at Revolution is we apply it inside our Seungma, our advancing stance, right? And you could apply it from the Yiji Kim Yama. I usually say that this is a little bit more of an advanced application, just in the sense that you have such a high level sense of self-control that you can kick from a neutral stance. But you ought to be able to eventually. But today's episode, we're just gonna focus on coming from the lead stance or the advancing stance. So my front leg will be the one that does the ascending. So it's like if I took a step, in that time that I was taking that step, I would actually raise my leg out and up. So I'm turning from my heel over while my knee extends. Just like if I was taking a step, my knee's extending forward anyway. So I'm using the timing of this to turn my heel over and still take the same spot that I was heading to anyway. So the heel is what makes contact, and I'm going to demonstrate that on the dummy just now. So we use it on both sides of the body. So usually I say, try to stay here, lead stance here. You can have the leg in or out. I'm going to leave the leg in. I could just kick to the knee. That's very classic. I have a guard position, right? I usually recommend, and I do this for my own training, I'll kick to the body and just let the recoil sit into the dummy itself a little bit more. The leg, again, depends on the range of motion. So if I can just hit the knee because my hips are tight, or you've had a back injury or anything like that, that's okay. You can work that out, right? So again, as I said before, we travel through the steps and the kicks on both sides of the body. Connect, down, connect, down. Heel, see, I'm balanced. I'm not leaning, I'm not resting. I'm actually in my stance, and the connection to the body is what actually completes that sort of triangulated base for that moment. Now we have to understand, the opponent's not gonna stand here and take it, right? They're gonna move, they're flexible, they're pliable, a lot more than the wooden man. So they're gonna move. And thus, when we do this, kick, and I could step to the outside of the leg if you care to practice this with the dummy. This is a little snippet on how we've been doing the kicking exercise, the Dang Geuk, the ascending kick at Revolution Wing Chun. I hope this video has been helpful for you guys, at least a little insightful. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for future videos. And until then, happy training.